Hi guys, and welcome back to a new episode. Today we want to talk about what I would do if I would lose everything and right now I need to start with $10,000 again to trade myself up to $1 million. I want to show you what coins I would potentially buy for that and also their upside potential in this bull run, because if you take action right now, you are not too late to make your life-changing money, even if you start today. This will be a multi-part series. Today is part 1. There will be a part 2 and potentially a part 3 to it if I don't fit everything in the second part. And of course, we're also going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other stuff that is happening here right now. And by saying that, let's directly start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, as we can clearly see here, is still trying to break here above that prior all-time high resistance that we are seeing here. So Bitcoin was really close to $70,000 here today once again, but got rejected for the time being from that level. So, but that has also something good that I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, when we're looking at the 1 hourly chart, Bitcoin is right now getting nice support from the 50 moving average here. The stochastic is almost at the bottom. The RSI is about to turn around, and only the MACD might be a little bit bearish here in the short term. This does not really interest me right now, because the nice thing is with Bitcoin dropping, this gives us right now the perfect opportunity to buy the altcoins that I'm going to talk about in a moment by the end of the video, guys. When we're looking at the liquidation levels, we see we cleaned some over leverage longs here, but nothing crazy. And Bitcoin is right now already coming back up here on the 4 hourly chart. I still believe that by today or tomorrow, we're going to touch here $70,800 to liquidate here this 2x. So there is some people short with 2x leverage, I guess, for a long time already. And I would like to see this level to be liquidated. When we're going to the liquidation heat map, so I actually refreshed that just before I started recording. There is a big resistance about here around $70,634. Hence why there are also a lot of short liquidations. And beneath us, the long liquidations. For that, we need to drive the price almost $1,000 lower to get here anywhere close to a big liquidity pool that we can tap into. But I believe we are not doing that. Maybe we come all the way down to the $69,000, but from there, I guess we're going to get a bounce back to the upside, especially time is running out here when I go back to the 1 hourly chart. So there's like 7 minutes left for that candle. The next candle can go a little bit lower, but I think then we turn already around over the next 2-3 hours. So use these opportunities right now as they're unfolding in front of us, because you never know when we will get another chance to buy some of the altcoins at a small discount, as we are experiencing this here right now. When we're looking at our trade setup, the trade that I gave yesterday is still here more or less right now plus minus from where I took the trade. So if you were a little bit earlier in that trade, so you would have done good. But overall, we are still here up, and we are reclaiming right now $69,200. That is a really crucial level right now for Bitcoin, because can see here it was resistance, here it was resistance, then we flipped it, and now we basically get the retest. So if we can close this 1 hourly candle above $69,210, that would be the confirmation with the next candle moving to the upside to have flipped this into support, short-term support, of course. And that would us give the opportunity to attack again $70,000 and potentially break into higher levels here. And guys, don't forget, if you want to take this trade and just wait for the confirmation of $69,210, then go to BYBIT and create an account there. You still get $30,000 absolutely for free for using my link, or trade on Margex with me. There you can basically give money to my strategy that I'm using, and then we have a profit split. So also there, go check this out. This is an amazing feature that Margex has. And if you cannot use BYBIT because of your geolocation, then either use BITGET or Phemex. And if you just want to copy trade me, go to FAIRDESK. There you get still the highest bonus in the industry, $120,000 if you deposit a little bit of money with that link below here. Now, the other reason why I believe that Bitcoin is potentially going today to $70,000 is, oh, wait a second, we closed the CME gap already. At current prices, we would not have a CME gap. So that throws it out of the window what I wanted to say. If Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is now slightly higher, not much, like $300, something like this. So we would have a small CME gap, but now the gap would be beneath us, which means that the price would come back to $69,000 to fill the gap. When we see something like this, it rather plays sooner than later out in the chart. So we should be prepared for that scenario. If Bitcoin is not coming back to like $69,000 by tonight, just to avoid a CME gap, then we have the CME gap below us and not above us anymore. So, and the higher we go, the bigger the CME gap. So imagine if we would go to $70,000, over $70,000, that would be a massive CME gap that at some point has to get filled. In the best case scenario, with a wick, what we saw down here, just a wick, quick up again, continuation to the upside. And that could be another shakeout scenario for Bitcoin. When I look at Ethereum, I want to go to this Ethereum chart. Here we see also this historical volume area is right now our resistance. Once that is broken, there is not really a lot Ethereum stopping to go here higher. So let me show it to you guys. So there you see it. So this here is the last longest and biggest volume traded area that is holding us back from breaking about $4,000. So you see, once we're overcoming here $3,965 approximately, we should see a nice explosive move for Ethereum to the upside to above $4,000. So that's what I'm basically waiting for. So, but it's fine, you know, let Ethereum consolidate a little bit before we get that move. I'm not concerned about that to see some sideways chop for Ethereum before we are getting that move. And the other thing is that stochastic is almost at the bottom. So give it another 9 hours and then we should see that move to the upside, also in direction of $4,000 in my opinion. The Bitcoin dominance is breaking it to the upside because people taking their money and putting it back into Bitcoin, as you can see here. So that's the reason for it. And also because Bitcoin went first up today, you know, so it was, like I said, almost $70,000. And that was the reason why the dominance is pushing it to the upside today. So, which is fine, you know, so it's absolutely fine. I had warned you guys about that. If Bitcoin tries to break $70,000 or goes above $70,000, we are going to see another break of that trend line here, this downward sloping trend line. But in the next couple of days, I expect that this will reverse. We come beneath it again, break 53%, maybe go a little bit lower, and then actually consolidate here a little bit, something like this. And potentially, if Bitcoin goes in absolutely crazy and moves over $75,000, then I expect that we break 54% on the Bitcoin dominance. So, but we will have a short window where altcoins will massively run again, while Bitcoin is just slightly above $70,000 and goes sideways. The total market cap wants to break out here. So if we can close in 9 hours the candle as it is, that would be absolutely insane and amazing, because potentially if we are not starting to consolidate and we go higher, then $3 trillion is here in the cards for us, which is another $500 billion more or less that will be added to the market in Bitcoin and in various altcoins, and will prop up again the prices, you know. So, and I would like to see another week here of a lot of green before we get potentially a bigger correction. Remember, I told you last week we have potentially 10 to 14 days before I expect some sort of a correction or reaccumulation before we see another leg to the upside into the halving. So, and yeah, that is technically starting with the candle close of this week on the total market cap, and then it will be cemented within with next week's candle. So now let's talk about my portfolio allocation. If I would have only $10,000, how would I turn this in the next, let's say 18 to 24 months into $1 million. So I have made a small spreadsheet here. So here, if I scroll down, there's the full allocation. So here you see I have here the dollar amount, the budget, and how much I would allocate to that. And you see then here the overall total allocation of the whole portfolio in each coin that I have chosen here. So the first one would be Injective. I would put $1,000 into Injective, and let me show you why I would actually do that. Oh wow, now ZX goes crazy because Bitcoin is kind of stable. This will go also to $1 really quick here, so but it's fine. So let me show you guys. If I go into a weekly chart, see INJ was never as high as it is right now, but look at this here. The stochastic RSI is completely at the bottom, so this can shoot up like crazy because it consolidated for the last 3 months approximately. So that was the first time in December when we were the first time over $44, and since then we basically consolidated here in a range of $30 to like more or less $45, so like a 30% range. And now if I take the Fibonacci extension tool from bottom to top, from current top, look where we could go. Here, that is a bull market target that could be reached really quickly here. The 3.618, $166 would be an imminent target for me for, let's say, until summer, which is just a couple months away. It's like 3 months, 4 months. In that time, I believe INJ could hit $166. Now, that is an initial 4x on that portfolio. So 4x, can I do this? Yes, I can. So 4x on INJ. Over the rest of the year and by the end of the bull run, I could imagine that INJ could be at $1,000. $600 to $1,000 is my target for INJ. If we go to $600, that would be a 15x from current prices, so that would put us at $15,000 for INJ. Now you have to understand that this portfolio will be rebalanced at one point. So I will not stay in all these coins, and hence why we should keep it here at $4,000 for INJ. So because then the bigger the amount gets, the more we are starting to rebalance that portfolio and potentially grow that portfolio and diversify it to get more exposure to the market and into more coins out there and to increase our profitability. The next one is Solana. Solana, here you see imminent targets. We are already at $143. I had told you here all the way up to buy Solana, especially when we broke this line. Here under $104, and here also, if I go here further back, here were levels that I was giving, you know, here 25, 47, 80. I had given you guys in the past all these levels, but the question is how many of you took actually action to that. So, but it's fine, you know, if you missed that, look here, Solana can, in my opinion, hit also the 3.618, $900. So this is another 6x from current prices. I believe Solana can also hit this really, really quickly, but this might take longer than INJ hitting $160. So I believe here an initial target could be a 3x to the golden ratio here of $409 and $412. So then we adjust here the portfolio again. With Matic, things looking a little bit different. Matic is right now at $1.23, and the all-time high for Matic is at $2.92. So we are, how much is this? We're like 100 something away from this. We're like 1.4x more or less away from it. But with now the ZK Zinc roll-up that they're integrating, I could imagine that Matic could potentially go by, let's say, autumn, potentially to $5-6. Let's say $6. So that would be also roughly a 5x from current prices. So that would give us $2,500. I will show you a crazy coin. and that is here OMG. OMG is right now trading at $1.15, and I believe once OMG is breaking $2.56, this will go absolutely nuts. So potentially already at $1.59, because that was from where we started the last major move up here. And we could see something similar be happening here again. So now look where the all-time high was. $20. So that is almost a 20x to the upside. The target that I have in mind for autumn before I want to rebalance that portfolio is here almost $7. So more or less a 7x from current prices. Now 7x is $3,500. So, and then we have still, so Filecoin is another one. So we have one resistance just above us here at $16. Once Filecoin is breaking that, this will also just continue to shoot here to the upside, potentially back into its all-time high really quickly. So you will see, I believe by autumn, that Filecoin is around $50. So why $50? Because here again, here we broke to the upside into the all-time high, and that was also the point where we broke into a massive bear market, and we are just in reaccumulation right now and trying to get out of that reaccumulation area for Filecoin. So that is one coin where I want to allocate a lot of money to, because this has right now 12x 12x opportunity without creating a new all-time high. So if we are going up there, and then it would still 3x for a new all-time, or like a bull market all-time high, then we are talking about almost $400 for Filecoin. That is a 40x potential. So, but like I said, for autumn, I would say $50 is a reasonable target, so almost a 5x. So let's just go with a 5x here. So that would give us $2,500. And then the last one would be Sand. So here, by the way, in the Discord, we have smashed all our targets that I had given. So congratulations for everyone that took that trade here with me together. So here, also look at this on the weekly chart. Just to create a new all-time high, we have to go up 12x just to touch the old all-time high. And then again, 3x higher, which is like a rule of thumb more or less, what the coins are doing. So we are talking here about a 36x on that coin in the long run. So, but an imminent target for autumn, again, same as Filecoin here, $2.66. So that is roughly a 4x from where we are at right now. So that is a $2,000 that we would be then up here. So now if we calculate that, so then you see only by that portfolio allocation, we would be already not only having our initial back, but also already a little bit of profit. So here you see that would give us 9,500, 13,000, $17,500 on a $6,000 investment. So $11,500 profit in a matter of a couple of months. So now we have more coins, right? That will go up in that time. So, but we pulled already a 3x on that portfolio without basically seeing the rest of the portfolio, you know, so which is amazing. Let's say the rest of the portfolio would perform the same way, or let's say it would 5x until autumn. You still have then a whole year to go with potentially 50K to $1 million. And I'm going to show you in the second part of this series, which I'm most likely going to drop next Sunday, how we are changing 50K into $1 million by autumn this year by rebalancing this portfolio. If you want to know more about this and you are actually loving that kind of content, let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious about that, if you want to see more like this. And let me also know in the comments if you have your bull market portfolio already, or if you are right now getting the money together to actually build it. Because before the halving is still the best moment to do that. And after the halving, we get the expansion phase where everything starts going crazy. So hurry up, you have like a little bit more than a month left. Guys, that's it for this video for today. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.